Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Zach Nipples from MTV, Real World San Diego, and Battle of the Seasons. This is Ace Nichols. I don't know what you'd call this, but check it out, because I check it out.
Hey y'all, hey, what's up? Ace here with your weekly Battle of the Seasons 2 challenge recap. First, I want to say thank you to Zach from Real World San Diego for this week's intro. If you guys aren't already, you guys should follow him on Twitter. I'll put the address right down here. And if you guys didn't know, Zach's last name is Nichols and my last name is Nichols, so I think we're related, right? Yeah. Totally related. Do you see these guns? We have matching guns. So we all know where we left off last week with the to be continued bullshitness, so let's just get right into this episode, shall we? So back at the arena, Devin and JD threw themselves in against Camilla and Big Easy for this week's mental challenge. This challenge is called Water Torture, and it was all about the puzzles, yo, and about who can hold their breath underwater the longest. Basically. I can't even explain this fucking challenge. There's too much going on and I'm not even gonna try because it doesn't even matter. And you guys know why it didn't really matter. But it was pretty funny during this arena challenge when Camilla's screaming at Big Easy and she's like, yo, can you just fucking drown yourself so I can find these puzzle pieces easier? But we all saw what happened with that. Big Easy cracked and quit. I don't like quitters, and neither does TJ Lavin. I can't believe he quit. What the fresh meat, man? I think it's pretty lame, but wow, Camilla, could you be a little fucking meaner to him when he quit? I mean, you're so fucking sweet with your words of encouragement for your teammates. Not. So Big Easy and Camilla go home, no more fresh meat, and Brooklyn is here to stay. What I want to know in the comments is, do you guys think that Big Easy just quit the challenge because he didn't care, because either him or Devin were gonna go home and they couldn't love on one another anymore? Or do you think that he just quit because he was tired of hearing fucking Camilla scream? Because that's why I would probably quit, because I can't take that shit. Tell me in the comments. One of my favorite quotes from last night was from Sarah talking about how Brooklyn is here to stay. And she said, Brooklyn ain't going anywhere. We're like the cockroaches you can't kill. No problem. Peace out, fresh meat. Right into the next challenge with no drinking time. Ace does not approve of that. The challenge is called Chairman of the Board, and it's a trivia challenge. Yay! Who loves trivia? Who loves trivia? I do. I do. So they go through different rounds. All the people from the challenges have to sit on these chairs suspended above the water. Of course, they're always above the water. If you get the question wrong, your ass is going in the water. If you get the question right, your ass is staying in the chair. Pretty plain and simple. Right before the challenge, Trishelle feels like shit. The EMTs check her out, she's dehydrated, and she can't do this challenge. Or she just doesn't want to fall into the fucking water. I mean, let's be real. In round one, it was challenge trivia. I could totally do this challenge. Marie looked so terrified when she was sitting in that chair above the water, and I would be too, because I don't want to get launched into the fucking water backwards off some fucking chair all up in the sky. No way. That's not fun. She was asked who was the host of the first gauntlet, and she didn't know. Kerplonk, her ass went right into the water. That's okay, Marie. You'll get them next time. When it was Dustin's turn and TJ asked him what city in Iceland was the previous challenge on, and he was like, TJ, I don't know any cities in Iceland. Boom, right into the water. That's okay, Dustin, and neither do I. Mackenzie, Europe isn't a country, biatch. I like how Knight is like schooling everybody on information. He's like some kind of fucking genius or something all of a sudden. Frank was also getting like all the questions right. Jasmine got the question right, who won Fresh Meat 2? Landon and Carly. Go girl, that's my girl. You ain't going in the water, no way. Until later. Round 2 is all about geography questions, and I just want to say Laura even drives me crazy just sitting in a chair. Just her sitting in the chair drives me crazy. Everyone was doing pretty good in this round, and then Jasmine got the question wrong and she fell into the water. Poor Jasmine, but it was the funniest shit I've ever seen is her coming out of the water. She's trying to swim and like her bandana is falling all off her face, and then she's spitting out water everywhere. You're so funny, Jasmine. That's why we love you on the challenge. Round 3 was pop culture, and Sarah got some movie thing wrong. Who cares about the question anyway? When she fell into the water, she fell in like a reverse Olympic style stand-up dive. It was perfect. What was that shit? I love when they asked Laura who sings the Friday song, and she was like,
I don't know, I only listen to country music. Yeehaw, y'all.
Shut up. Frank is still being Mr. Trivia right now. He is like getting everything right. CJ does not know much about the movie Twilight, and that is why I love CJ. Round 4 was about sports, and nobody up there looked happy about this except Rob. Big ol' elephants, yo. I love when Nani's turn was up and TJ was like, yo, Las Vegas, if you get this one wrong, it's a ticket straight into the arena. And then they panned to Dustin and Alton, and Dustin's shit. And then she got it right with what city are the Red Sox from in baseball? Boston! Nicely done, Nani. Shit. Shit. I love when they ask Preston what city was the basketball team the Suns from, and he's like, does Lady Gaga play for that team? I think so. Utah? Yeah, go Utah Suns! How the hell did he get in the sports category anyway? Then they started asking everybody all these questions about who's on a nickel, who's on a dime, who's on a dollar bill, who's on a $10 bill. I would not know any of that shit. But I would know challenge trivia. See, this is where my brain goes. I don't know real life information, but I know reality TV information. It's all good. It's all good. Favorite quote from last night's episode came from Jemmye of New Orleans when TJ asked her who's on the $10 bill, and she said, "Come on, TJ, I can't tell you the last time I held a $10 bill. Everyone uses debit cards. Let's be real. This category sucks." I cracked up. This category does suck. I would have totally fell into the water. So NOLA was the losing team, so they're definitely going into the arena. And now it was Brooklyn versus San Diego for the power team position. This one was spelling, and Chet cannot spell narcissistic. I don't even know if I said that right. I couldn't fucking spell that shit either. And I loved Chet's quote too.
I wish they would have given me whiny bitch, because that's an easy one to spell. F-R-A-N-K.
Everyone was full of good shit to say this episode. So San Diego wins, and they're the power team. And it's all because of Frank's knowledge, man. In deliberation, Janae wants to throw in Team Vegas because she thinks that they're going against everybody's alliance. Frank wants Brooklyn to go in, and Jemmye just doesn't even want to go in at all. And what the fuck is Zach wearing on his head when they're all sitting there in front of TJ about to pick the people that are going to go into the arena? Is he wearing one of those fucking animal sweater hat thingies with the ears? Must be his, like, spirit animal. Whatever. Moving on. San Diego winds up choosing Team Brooklyn to go against Team NOLA in the arena in an endurance challenge. In this episode, I found out a lot of things that I didn't know before, such as Sarah enjoys cross-stitching in her free time, and I also learned that Preston and Mackenzie are actually on this show. They showed them like sitting, watching the sunset or some shit, talking about how they're gonna go in and win in the arena, and and I wrote this down so that you guys could see. When I had wrote it down, I said, "Oh my God, I'm sorry, but they're gonna lose." This girl knows what she's talking about, okay? What was the thing about Preston vomiting glitter and stars? I believe that shit. I believe that he literally does vomit glitter and stars. Preston, next time you vomit, can you pick us a picture? Because that'd be some crazy shit to see in the toilet, glitter and stars. Anyway, moving on to
The arena. Again.
It was that challenge where they had to chuck those balls into each other's courts. And whoever has the most balls at the end wins. That's what she said. So when this starts, I already know who's going to win at the beginning of all this, as I showed you. But is Mackenzie just like walking around dazed as fuck out of it? Or is it just me? She looked completely fucking confused this entire challenge. And this is one of the challenges even I can fully understand. You just throw as many fucking balls as you can, as fast as you can. And she's just fucking walking around like, wake up! You're in the arena! And right as I was watching, and I was like, what the fuck is Mackenzie doing? Then Jasmine's little interview comes on, and she's like, Mackenzie is walking. That's exactly what I was thinking. What is she fucking doing? Speed her up! Anyway, Jasmine, you read my mind. So at the end of all that, Brooklyn wins. Fucking shocker. Now Mackenzie and Preston have to leave, and it was like they were gone this entire time anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And Jemmye and Knight are left alone together, and I don't really know how that's going to work out for them. I don't know. What do you guys think? How are Jemmye and Knight going to do in the future challenges? Just them two alone? Tell me in the comments. So I hope you guys enjoyed this recap of the challenge. That's about it. It was really weird to do a recap about a challenge that was all about questions and shit. But anyway, it was fun. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, tweet it, follow me on Twitter. I'll go ahead and put my address right down here. And if you enjoy seeing this face, I know you do, then you should totally check out my daily vlogs. Me and my wife and my family, we do little daily vlogs every day. We're on like day 223 right now, straight video every single day of our lives. So it's like our own little real world. You can subscribe to that right here. I'll put a little bubble with some linkage, and you can go over there and subscribe to see this face every day. I talk challenge shit all throughout the week, so there's that. Besides all that, I want you guys to go down to the description, check out all the links. Check out Andrew's podcast. He did some podcasts with some members from the challenge this week. Also, Derek's podcast, Derek from the challenges. You know Derek. He also did a new podcast, I think a couple of them over the last couple of weeks, so you gotta go listen to those. It's so much fun to listen to what the players actually think about everybody else and the challenge and shit that we don't see, so you should go check that out. Also, I think I'm going to start up my own little Spreecast show and hopefully have some members on the challenge on there, and you'll be able to come in and chat and watch us and ask questions to them. So go down there and you can subscribe on that page so that you're notified whenever I have a new show coming up. So it'll kind of be like, you know, Battle of the Seasons, recaps with Ace live, or some shit with members of the challenge. The cool members of the challenge will talk to me. So now we have to wait a whole nother week for another episode of the challenge. It's so sad. But I'll see you guys next Thursday, same time, same place, same face. Peace out. I like when Trey is trying to talk to CJ about the whole alliance thing and that he's basically just saved because people from his team go to bat for him. And you know what? He says, obviously the problem is me. And yes, you are the problem, Trey. This is hilarious. He goes on to say that, again, nobody likes him. Nobody invited him in on their alliance talks and whatever and whatnot. And maybe they didn't talk to you, Trey, because you act like you're a big kiss-ass superstar challenge wannabe. He just keeps on crying.